I have some time on my hands and it's a beautiful day outside, so today's wash day is gonna be a little more realistic. Hello, welcome back. My name is Amoko and today is wash day, so we're getting after it. I have been using this Nasara Organics protein situation. It is made of mayonnaise, eggs, oil, and vinegar, olive oil, raw honey, and mint. No silicones, no preservatives, and chemical free. When you smell it, you can smell the vinegar, and when it's on your head, the olive oil will drip down the scalp, which is annoying, but I'm riding it through. I don't necessarily have a review for it yet because I've only used like half the container, honestly, maybe like 2/3. But I also do feel like my hair is generally pretty healthy because I always wear it natural. So you put it on your hair when it's dry. This was a braid out, so it was on blow dried hair, and it's gonna be easier to put the protein treatment on now than it typically is. It's not easy running product through kinky curls, so sometimes I struggle with this. Today I feel like it's gonna be pretty easy because my hair is a lot more stretched out. Okay, so typically, I typically will start with the sides and kind of work my way up. This is what it looks like. It's like thick stuff. Yeah, it's fairly thick. It also says to get into the root and then go towards the ends, which again is why it makes it difficult when I have just a regular wash and go because my curls are so tight, I really can't get into the root like that. This is giving ease. Some of these areas back here, I can't just stick my hand into it. I had also been thinking maybe this product is for the blow-dried naturals for that reason, but I hadn't done too much research before I purchased it, just because I'm always just a sucker for Black-owned products, natural products. The thing about it also is that we did upper body at the gym today, so I really don't have a choice but to wash today. Tomorrow would be even worse. Whew. I feel like I broke a sweat. That was crazy. Now we're fully saturated. I am going to put 2 caps on so that the oil leakage will delay in my favor. Let sit for at least 45 minutes, which means I have enough time to run to the farmer's market and back before I rinse 3 times. And if you thought I was the type to go to the farmer's market with the cap on my head, I am not. This is the hat that I'm about to put on. It's by my sister, Lou Badger. This is called a Hattie hat. It's named after our grandmother. And it's super fly, and it has silk on the inside. Oh, so I can just slide my head in there and nobody will know that it's wash day in process. I changed my mind. I like this one better. So cute. So freaking cute. The bag has been secured and this protein treatment is starting to drip. Perfect timing. Is that these braids are busting. I'm gonna have to make me a little fruit bowl when I deep condition. Yeah, this is covered in oil, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to put this in the washing machine. Yeah, I guess it is really fucking oily at the back of my neck. So we're ready to take this off, shampoo 3 times. I'm going to be using the AG Care Balance apple cider vinegar shampoo, and then 1 wash with this Curl Refresh curl enhancing shampoo. I love AG Care. Also, just peep all the oil in here, which is why I did the double cap. And for my deep conditioner, I am so happy to be reunited with the EcoSlay Banana Cream Deep Conditioner. This deep conditioner is all that and then some. To name a few ingredients: okra extract, marshmallow root, aloe vera, coconut cream, all things I can pronounce. Okay, yes, my hair needs that. I need that. Let's do that. These are the freshly washed curls. AG Care, I'm telling you, AG Care really does its motherfucking thing. Since I just had a towel on it, I'm actually going to rehydrate my hair before adding the deep conditioner because with my low porosity hair strands, I need that moisture during the wash and during the deep condition because I'm not really putting oil on my scalp afterwards. It also just smells divine. Do you see how though it's on there, but it's not really in there? That's where this water is gonna come in. And I will spend a substantial amount of time on my deep conditioner. I have high density. My strands are fine, but there's a lot of them. So I wanna make sure every strand gets that good loving. Now it's in there. This is my heating cap. It has a super duper long cord and it's silent. The purpose of the cold rinse is to lock in the moisture from all of that heating cap action that I just did. And I'm following up with the rice pudding leave-in conditioner. It has a bunch of natural ingredients, marshmallow root extract, fermented rice water, all the good stuff. It's also fairly lightweight as far as leave-in conditioners go, so I do apply it liberally. And I will of course be using my Felicia Leatherwood brush to detangle. And for the parts in between my head, I'm using this Amika Hydro Rush Intense Moisture Leave-In Conditioner. And for styling, I'm going to be using the Dew Crazy Sexy Curl. Mostly only because I love all the Dew products. The Texture Foam, OG, Chief Raka, Extreme Moisture Mousse. I think this is what I used in my last wash day video. All a 10 out of 10 for me. But I think I only have enough of this for a full head. I don't like to mix them. Along with the Miche Anti-Humidity Hair Gel. For these two sections of my head, they are a little unruly and prone to more frizz. And for that, I like to put a gel as a base before putting the mousse on top. They're kind of matchy. They look kind of cute together with the yellow and the yellow. Oh, and this hairbrush. Yeah, it's a curl defining brush, but it basically, with these little things on the side, will separate the hair for you as opposed to me finger combing it. Typically, I did finger comb before I found this brush, but I feel like it just makes it a lot easier, less, I guess you can say, manipulation with your hair, because I'm not being just OCD about the sizing and how much product it is, just you. So I go section by section, saturate the entire section, and then I will part and kind of divide the curls in a row, if that makes sense. There are times if the section is too big or too small, I will go in and fix it with my fingers. I don't like those little pieces because they create fairy knots, and then my shit will just get pulled out. And we don't want that. So I'm going to take some of this much, rub it together, and really focus it on my roots. Like rubbing it right in the roots, and then I'm raking it. And then I'm putting the mousse on top of that. Since this section is last, she's also the driest compared to all the other sections, so I'm adding a little bit of water to the front. This is also a section that I am prone to frizz, so I'm going to be using the gel as a base. I'm gonna go sit my ass down. I like to give my hair like an hour or two to air dry before I add the diffuser. Okay, this is the final product. I think she's cute. Today is actually the day after because I do not show actual day one hair. It's just a little too crunchy and unlived for me personally. But I went on a run today already, so it's already been sweat through and dried. I haven't been using my pick because I've gotten a lot of breakage at the top of my head, and that's typically where I try to force the volume. And so I'm trying to be patient with it as much as I can. But as far as day twos go, I'm very satisfied with this. I like the definition. I like that it's not too defined and there is some frizz still in there. The curl pattern's popping. I have no complaints. I'm happy with you, girl, today. That is all I got. Thank you for joining me on this wash day. I hope you took something from it. Maybe the cold rinse, maybe the banana cream deep conditioner, something, right? And our hair really is magical. We just need to figure out the right things that work for our hair, our strand, our texture, our curl pattern, our convenience, our lifestyle. The list goes on and on.